Hello hookers, welcome back to Inspired by a Smile. This is Christy and I have another tutorial for you guys to do. It's a micro crochet octopus keychain. So if you have a 2mm hook, some safety eyes, a key ring, and some embroidery floss or thread, whatever you want to use. You can even use regular yarn and a different hook if you'd like. If you want to make it this size, that's what I'm using. So if you're ready, let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start with you just start from the head and work your way down to the tentacles. It's all basically one piece. So I'm going to chain 4 and join at the end with a slip stitch. That's going to be the magic circle. That's how I do mine. If you want to do it the other way, it's cool. This is just how I do it. As soon as I get the thread on there. Now, if you're using these little mini skeins or whatever they're called, I used almost 7. Like there was a bit left at the end. Alright, so we're just going to join at the end with a slip stitch. Now you want to do a chain. And then you want to do 10 half double crochet into the circle. Make sure you crochet over the little piece of thread so that you can pull tight after and close up your circle. So again, you want to do 10 half double crochet in total. While you're doing that, I would like to thank everyone for watching my videos so far. I'm really appreciative of that. If you haven't already, please go like the video to keep it in the algorithm for other people to see. And if you're not already, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel with notifications on. I do post these on Facebook too usually, so if you're watching from there, just make sure you're following my page. If you do want to follow me on any of my other social accounts as well, they're linked at the top of my YouTube channel. And they're also linked on my Facebook page underneath my profile picture. You can find all the links in both places. If you would like to do a one-time donation to PayPal, subscribe to my Facebook page for it's cheap. That's only $1.29 a month Canadian, 99 cents US. It also helps a lot. It's never expected, but if you want to do it, those links are there too. I also have Patreon at $3 a month, but it's honestly cheaper, and I'd rather you guys go on my Facebook and subscribe anyway. So like if you're wanting to do that, everything's there and it all helps. Alright, so we're at the beginning stitch here. And I'm going to do 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. Also, if you guys need any help at all, please let me know. I'm here to help. Don't just leave a hate comment on my video, leave an actual question for me and I'll answer you the best I can. I usually don't take long to respond, so I've been told. So as long as I'm awake, which is almost all night anyway, and part of the day and almost all night, so I usually see it pretty quick. And if you have any tutorial requests, let me know too. I'd love to hear it. Okay, so next stitch, we're going to do 2 half double crochet in the same stitch again. Or sorry, 1 half double crochet. So it's 2, 1, and then 2 half double crochet all the way around for this row. And it's the only increase row. So again, 2 in the same stitch, 1 in the next stitch, half double crochet all the way around to the end of the row. Alright, so that is done. Now I'm just going to show you how to start the next row, which will be a repetitive row. So you're going to do 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and you want to do 7 rows total of this one. So again, including this row, 1 half double crochet each stitch all the way around, and again you want 7 rows in total of these. Alright guys, so that's the 7 rows done. Now we're going to do one decrease row. So you want to go into the first stitch here, and you're going to do almost in a complete half double crochet, but don't finish it, and then go into the stitch over and do that, and then you're going to pull through. And then you want to do one half double crochet in each stitch for 5 stitches total in between each decrease. There's only 3 decreases in the row, but it helps make it shrinks it down a bit and gives it a good shape. These are so fun and quick to make. I love making little octopuses. Even the bigger ones aren't that bad either. I made some bigger ones too, plush size. So now you want to do that again. Just don't finish it, and then you're going to go into the stitch over, and then you're going to pull, if I can get it there, and just do that. So you're going to go again with 5 more stitches in a row, and then 1 more decrease. Alright, so the next 2 rows are going to be the same as the 7 rows. So 1 half double crochet in each stitch, picked up right after that last decrease. And again, you want 2 rows total of 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. Then we can move on to the tentacles. Awesome job so far. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to do the tentacles. So we've got the 2 rows after the decrease row. Now I'm going to skip a stitch and do a slip stitch. There we go. And then now you want to do a chain of 35. Now that's not wanting to cooperate with me. Let's get that back on there. So again, guys, I'm doing a chain of 35 right now. And again, I do really appreciate everyone watching my videos. It helps a lot. If you haven't yet, please make sure you like the video and make sure you're subscribed to my channel with notifications on. If you're watching from Facebook, make sure you're following me. You'll see all of my stuff come up in your news feed. And again, if you do need any help, please let me know. I'm available on basically every platform, just in case, because sometimes I get messaged on, say, Instagram. I don't use it that often, but I still have it and check it because you may be on a different platform than or whatever, so I like to be available on the ones that you're on. And I do take tutorial requests. I love to hear from you guys. So just let me know if you don't see something on my channel. And again, all of my stuff is linked on the top of my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page under my profile picture. So we're at the end. I did 1 more chain, and then you're going to go in the second from the hook and do a slip stitch. And then now in the next stitch, you want to do a half double crochet. If you want to make them a bit thinner, you can actually do single crochets. I'm pretty sure I did for the other ones I made, but I ended up doing half double crochets for this one, and I think that's also why I used a bit more floss. But it also looks good with single crochet tentacles. So I'm just going to show you how to start this one, and then I'll show you how to finish it and then go on to the next one. So again, you start this one with a slip stitch, and then the rest are all half double crochet going down the chain. Just like that. And I am crocheting in the back bumps only of the chain. So just keep going to the bottom, or the base of the octopus, and I'll meet you back to show you how to start the next tentacle. Alright, so we're at the bottom. So as long as you do this right, you'll have room to make all 8. So you just go into the bottom of the head of the octopus, and you want to do a slip stitch. And then after that, you want to chain 35 again. And in case you didn't see fully what to do on the other tentacle, you get to see it again here. And again, guys, if you need help at all, please don't be afraid to ask. I'm not like some other people that make a pattern or a tutorial and then not answer you guys. It's not right to do that. We're here to help. Well, the ones like me are. Because it's frustrating, especially if you get stuck somewhere. It could be really frustrating. You won't even finish the project, and I get that. As a freehand crochet artist, I end up getting frustrated at my pieces, and sometimes they go in a timeout for a day or two before I figure out how to continue the project. So I don't want you guys to get overly frustrated. So if you do need help, I want you to ask. Some people are just negative and rude and don't even ask for help and just leave hate comments. That's not how to do it. So again, grab the chain, go in the and do another chain. And then in the second one from the hook, you want to do a slip stitch. And then in the next one, do a half double crochet. And you're going to do that all the way to the bottom. And now I'm going to leave you to it. You have to make 8 tentacles in total if you didn't know already. Alright, so there's all 8 tentacles. So now I'm just going to show you how to start the trim on it. The trim is pretty, I find it essential. It helps curl the tentacles. So I just did a slip stitch there, and now on the side of the tentacle, you want to do a single crochet trim. So I'll show you how to start this, and then I'll come back in at the tip of the tentacle. So single crochet all the way to the tip, and I'll be right back to show you how to do that. Alright, so we're at the tip of the tentacle. So in this one, you want to do a single crochet, and then a chain, and in the same stitch do another single crochet. So now you're going to continue and go all the way to the bottom of the tentacle with the single crochet edge. I'll come back in to show you how to continue on to the next tentacle. So just keep going. Alright, so we're at the bottom here, and in between the tentacles, you just want to do a slip stitch. And this will be the last time I come back in before so you guys can finish up the edging on the tentacles here. So you continue with the single crochet up the side, and then do the end again at the tip. You'll want to do the single crochet, chain, single crochet all in the same stitch. But this is how you do them. So just keep going and finish up that edge. Alright, so edge is complete around each tentacle. And when we're all done and ready, I'll show you what you can do with your tentacles to make them, they do a nice spiral. So now in between the last one, you want to do a slip stitch, pull the thread so it doesn't, so you don't lose your loop. And now we're going to turn the head inside to the right side. So turn that inside out. You can leave your stitch marker in for now, just so you know where the back is basically. I leave it in until I put the eyes on. Now if you don't have safety eyes, you can always sew on with some thread. Just you can make a couple spots with for eyes because they're really small. But if you have safety eyes, just make sure you got some small ones to use for this. There we go. So just pull the stitch marker through like that. And I use this as a guide. That's the back of the octopus. Awesome. So if you were to make this guy bigger, you can just use, I used a 4mm and some acrylic yarn to make a stuffy, if that's what you want to do. And you just need some bigger eyeballs. So just get the eyes placed, and then you can secure with the backs. Make sure they're in the spot you want them. And if you haven't yet, guys, do make sure you like the video for me. I really do appreciate it. It goes a long way. It helps others see the video quicker and more often when you guys like the video and bump it up. And if you haven't already, make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel with notifications on. And like I said, if you're watching from Facebook, make sure you're following me. And all my social links are linked on the top of my YouTube channel. For donations or subscriptions and all that, if you want to do any of that, it's all linked on the top of my YouTube channel as well, or underneath the profile picture on my Facebook page. There we go. Eyes are on. You can take the safety stitch marker out. I mean, awesome. Now we can finish this guy up next to the key ring. Alright, so now I'm just going to show you how to make a little chain that'll help attach the key ring. So you want to pull that, and you want that long enough because you got to sew both ends into the inside of the octopus. So we're going to chain 10 here. I wasn't too sure how long I was making this at first, but it's a chain 10. So that's a little bit short there, so I decided to make it the 10 chain seemed to be the best anyways. You can even go longer, but then you have to basically wrap it around. It's harder to get the octopus through this hole. So this is a better solution. So chain 10, and now we'll move on to putting the key ring on. Alright. So leave this tail long enough as well. There we go. Don't mind my hairy shirt. Alright, so we're just gonna, you gotta put this in the right way. You can kind of line it up I'm going to use the eyeball as a guide here. So you go up from the eyeball and just, it's basically at the first stitches there. I'm just going to pull that through. And I figured it was probably best to secure this first before doing the other side, because we have to put the key ring on, so just work it and push that out so you can see the string on the inside. There it is. So I did make sure that I pulled the chain as close as I could to it without pulling it through. So you just want to safely, you want this to stay on, so just go on the inside of the stitches with your needle and just fasten it off on the inside. Awesome. And just carefully push it out because you're going to have to put the key ring on and do the same thing here. So this chain kind of is weird and doesn't fully go right to the, you can kind of see it like it's not close to the head, but it's in there securely. All of mine did that on this part, so I think it's when you push its head back out or something, but it is on there good. That's why you have to make sure that it is secure on the inside. So now that the key ring is on, and do the same thing, make sure that it's in the right spot on the other side here. If you have to, use the eyeball to line it up. But this side's a little easier to line up also, since you already have one side done. So I'm just going to pull that through. And you're going to carefully push the head inward again so you can fasten this off nice and tight. Awesome job so far, guys, too. We're almost done. And again, if you need any help on this tutorial or any other one, please let me know. Don't be shy. And if you don't see something on my channel or on Facebook that you want me to make, please let me know. Some of my most watched tutorials were actually requested by you guys, so I appreciate when you guys reach out and ask me to make something. I still have a request actually that I have to make. Someone asked me to make one of those hand cactuses that give the finger, and I think she wanted another posable one too, but that's the one for sure that she asked about, so I'll be working on that as soon as I can. Awesome. So that part is done. Let's get it finished. Alright, so now I'm just going to show you how to start this here. We're at the bottom. You want to do a chain I'm just gonna go around the bottom, the base of the octopus, and do one row here so that it's easier to sew it up after. So you're just going into the bottom stitches of the base of the octopus, and you're going to do a half double crochet each one around. It's a little bit harder to do in some spots, but for the most part it's not too bad. And it makes it a little bit better to have the little circle around at the bottom to sew it up when we're done. Awesome. So just keep going, guys. I'm gonna shut it off and I'll continue the row till I'm at the beginning again. Alright, so now we have that nice and done. Before I do the last stitch to fasten it off, we're gonna stuff this guy. So don't overstuff it. Make sure that you just put enough to keep its form and everything. You don't want to see stuffing through the stitches. It's cool once you stuff it, the eyes kind of make I don't know, it makes it look more detailed and defined on the around the eyeball. Some of them, this one, only one of them did it, but it makes it's cool anyway. You can kind of see it. I'm trying to get the other one to do it too, but gives them more character. All right. So we just have to put in the slip stitch here. So I'm just going to tighten this up. Awesome. So slip stitch into the beginning stitch. Now I'm just going to cut enough thread so we can sew it. Usually I would do a row with the crochet hook there and cinch it in, but it's such a small hole you don't have to do that. And that's all that was left of my 7 things of floss. Again, you can probably do the tentacles single crochet. For some reason I did them half double crochet and I ended up just going with it. I have enough floss, so I didn't mind, and it still looks pretty good with half double crochet tentacles. But if you want to save on floss or don't have as many, I think the original ones I made only used like maybe 4 or 5 things of the floss, so not 7. So now we're going to sew through and cinch this with the needle. Just go through the edges carefully. Looking good. So I'm just going to get that stuffed in there a little bit better. Don't want any stuffing coming out or showing itself. There we go. Again, guys, thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, please make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed and with notifications on my YouTube channel, or following me on my Facebook page if that's where you're watching from. And all of my social links are at the top of my YouTube channel. I'm on basically every platform in case you guys need help or just want to follow me for updates and other fun stuff. And again, on my Facebook page, my links are underneath my profile picture. And if you do want to, it's never expected. If you want to do a one-time donation, subscribe to my Facebook page or my Patreon. Those are both monthly. Just check out the links. They're also in the same place that I mentioned. And of course, if you have a tutorial request, please let me know. I love hearing them. Also, I don't think I mentioned it this video, and I meant to. If you have pictures of your finished projects from my tutorials, please show me. I love to see that too. I have a few of your guys' pictures, and also a video that I was sent. And it's awesome seeing what you guys do with my tutorials. Sometimes you tweak them and do stuff differently, and it's so cool to see. I love it. Okay, so that's all fastened off. As you can see, I just pulled the thread through the back of his head and after fastening it off on the bottom. Now I already did the rest of the tentacles, so this didn't take too long, but you can go in the back of the tentacle where it's all bumpy. Best way to describe it. I'm going with one thread at a time. I'm just going to wiggle it through the back of the stitches. Now it's giving me issues. Awesome. There we go. And then now the second piece here. Just gonna again go through the back of the stitches where it's all nice and bumpy. You can tell which is the front and back on them. Pretty easy. So now just carefully snip them. There we go. Now I'm going to show you, just making sure that it's okay. Alright. Now I'm going to show you how to make these tentacles nice and twirly. The edges really help with this. If you want to take the time, you can always put the suctions on the bottom too, but with these little guys I didn't bother. I do have a tutorial of a stoner octopus as well on my channel, so if you want to check that out for how I did the tentacles or want to make them completely, you can check that one out. He's in my stoner playlist. His name is Dave. He was really fun to make too. So you just got to keep going around like that and twirl them, and then just I'm almost done here. Awesome. And that's one completed octopus keychain. So cute and fun to make. Also pretty quick considering those tentacles. Awesome job, guys. Yay!